Alright, what's up guys? Gonna be starting a new ARC series here. It's Mr. Poke Games, or just Poke if you prefer. But yeah, gonna be starting some things off. Welcome to this new series. It'll be kind of fun. It's in case you don't know what ARC Survival Evolved is, it's kind of a, dinosaur prehistoric, or well, I guess you're jumping around depending on what map you're playing, but it's a dinosaur survival game, just to give you a basic gist. Has a little bit of everything, but this is going to be vanilla, not modded. I'm going to be playing with some friends. May not see them this episode, though they'll be around. Already see you got a pretty nice starting point here. Just spawned in. Just wanted to get away from everything. Really, really nice so far. But I already had one failed recording, so if you guys see that I have anything, right, like I have some extra levels at the moment, and it's like, hey, this wasn't a new start. It's like, well, already recorded, something happened, oh well. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy the series. If you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them at the in the comments below. But I hope you guys enjoy. Now, let's go ahead and get rolling here. I think the goal for this episode is going to be to try and well, going to be starting off with a house. I already had something going, but at least for now, I'm not going to mess with it. Let's see. What's the materials? I mean, in case you don't know how this game works, there's going to be different level dinos, there's taming, a lot of what I'm doing right now is just resource collecting. That's a major part of this game, especially when you get into the late game. But it's a ton of fun. At least on my channel, you're probably going to see a lot of survival games and or grinding games, just because those are my preferences. But of course, if you have any suggestions, please leave them below. Let's see. Yeah, I'm already that high of a level because, like I said, I already recorded, already did some stuff. But I am starting fresh. Let's see. That's kind of unessential. Just so I have something, give me a wooden club. Alright. Yep, that's lovely. Here, give me just a moment. Alright, sorry guys, we're back. Just needed to mess with the gamma a bit. Now we should actually be able to see it at night, which is a lot more convenient. Let's see. Now, as far as my friend's concerned, I'm pretty sure he built to the north side of the map, though I decided to spawn over here, the Boreal Forest. If you don't know, typically the harsher environments are going to be have higher level dinos and just be overall harder to live in. At least for the moment, spawning in, just starting out in ARC, in case you haven't played the game before, even for those who do that are kind of veterans of the game, they know this. If you spawn at beaches and or at forest areas, I mean, they typically aren't as bad. I mean, no matter where you spawn, you're going to run into dinos, and whether they're hostile or otherwise, or passive. But you're at least lowering your odds there, running into anything that's going to instantly murder you. So, just kind of something to consider. Got a beacon dropping down there. So we had some issues on the server before where loot drops were a little better than they should have been. So right now we are playing vanilla, but we do have some boosted settings. Like I'm already 101, but that's just because, crafted some rafts and did other things. Really, is that big of a problem for y'all? I reset my character. Honestly, I don't think levels are that big of a deal because the real crunch time is actually getting resources. And, like I said, for those that don't know, crafting rafts in this game, like if I go crafting, see, I only have really stone stuff in here at the moment, but yeah, wooden raft. So if you craft this, essentially you are going to be boosting yourself in levels exponentially. I don't know what it is specifically about this one item, but I mean, for a long time, it's been to where if you've been just crafted a bunch of these, you would just skyrocket in levels. And we do have a multiplayer on the server, but it was nothing game breaking, nothing game breaking. That's for dinos players. Like, it's all a little boosted, just so I mean, me and my friends don't have to be on here for 1,000 years, because some things in this game get pretty grindy. So at least episodes for Ark are probably going to be a bit longer. But just because even though I'm collecting, it looks like I'm collecting a lot of resources and moving along here, I mean, I'm really not doing much at the moment. Alright, I need to see if I can find some on the beach here. There we are, instantly done. Fantastic. But as we move along, we'll continue to make lots of progress and things will get easier. Probably by next episode, you'll see, pop in with one of my friends and see how they're moving along. I know I got one friend who's just starting out and one friend who was with me last time when I tried my last recording, and he's already like skyrocketed and everything. So you'll see him around at some point. Let's see. Get that to stay warm. Alright, let's see. I thought I crafted it. Am I blind? Yes, I am. Okay. Oh yeah, and for those that we're kind of lucky to start this, series and get reloaded onto the server in December, just for the fact that because that is a very, very pretty tree. I wonder if there's any significance to it. That is very cool. Did not see this last time. For those that don't know, Raptor Claus, with all that going on, he'll basically run around just like, Santa Claus would, just put presents down. Not at a chimney, just drops them randomly around the map. Who knows what they're killing, but I'm not getting involved. And in those presents, you can find items like mistletoe and coal, which you can give to the gotchas, and I'll point to those whenever I see one on the map. There were a ton earlier. And they'll drop you like little engrams or like little bits of loot that can give you like armor and tools and a lot of crazy stuff. So basically, armor rarities in this game go from lower end, which is stuff like ramshackle, which is green rarity. Believe that's uncommon, and then you have rare, which is that's superior or something like that. I could be getting all these wrong, in which case I'll get blasted in the comments, but it's fine. Then there's yellow, purple, and orange or blue. No. I'm thinking for beacon tiers. So it's green, blue, orange, light blue. Light blue is ascendant. Basically, if you find something that's ascendant, it's the highest tier. Doesn't mean you're gonna have the highest percentage in all your gear, because that still varies based on just RNG. Or just how high your multiplier is for supply crates, I think. But, I mean, our goal is going to be to get some Mastercraft and some Ascendant stuff. It has been quite a while since I've played Ark, so if I get some of the lingo wrong or some of the information wrong, I apologize ahead of time. It's not intentional, it's just because I have not played this game in quite a while. Same with my friends. We're just hopping back in. I think this is the Valguero server. It's one of the custom maps. It looked interesting. We thought we'd give it a shot. Alright, let's see. There's a lot of cool dinos. Like, this is some of the Christmas colors and varieties they got going on right now. It's really cool. Got a main man Stego over here. I mean, I'll talk about some of the dinos as I'm passing by them, like, because Stego's one of my preferred ones as well. Veronto's a bit better, but basically their purpose is to collect berries and other items, because as you're seeing, like, I'm over here, and let me put that away so I can actually, grab that. I'm getting berries and fiber. I don't think they collect fiber, but I know they collect berries like crazy. So, if you tame dinosaurs in this game, most of them you can ride them. Yep, and that's something else. If you tame some dinosaurs, they have different purposes. So for a Stego, it's mainly to collect berries. Bronto, which is like That's late game. Like, you don't, we're not going to be able to do that anytime soon, especially level 145. Just some context, stuff only spawns up to 150, so, these should only spawn up to 150. That's going to be something for another time. So, high level tames are not in our future. Let's see if I can get up to that. But, let's see. See, I already had a home marker there. Like I said, that's from last episode. I'm going to work my way back up, and I may come back around there. But I'll make sure that I get some grinding done off camera so it's not like a big deal. Because I wanted to make sure I started out fresh, but I'd already retried the recording, and I really want to keep that that space, at least for the moment. But it felt like a waste. That is all. It felt like a waste to get rid of it and everything. All right. Although finding another place or a different place to start out is going to be interesting. Next episode, I may be back there, but I just wanted to show like proof that I was able to establish myself and all that. So it's not like I just started with a bunch of stuff and then it could be said that I, cheated or anything like that. I mean, for those that understand Ark, I mean, it was only a stone place, but I really didn't want to just hop in and just automatically have all that. Because I'd record it and something happened. It is what it is. Really isn't a lot here. Actually, you know what? Let's make a different goal. Since I technically already have a house, and you guys will see it next episode. I mean, I'm gonna try and do, like I said, do some grinding, and you'll see me drop off a bunch of materials just so it's fine. By next episode, I'm just gonna need some time to collect them. I'll make a raft. That'll be my goal. Because if I can make a raft, that would be immensely helpful. But only one problem with that is that I'm going to need a hide, and I don't really have a good way to get that at the moment. So 66. I'm gonna need to find a low-level dino, and I'm gonna need to beat the snot out of him. We'll give it a shot. What do I need to make a bola? Yeah, I've already leveled up quite a bit, but like I said, did that before. I need hide for that as well. Okay. Level 15. See, these are level 15s. I can make that work as long as they're not. There we are. There we are. Getting plenty of hide. Don't tell me we just accomplished it in this short time frame. No, we did not. Okay, I need quite a bit more for that. Actually, no, I don't. I really don't. I only need wood. Ha! Well, it is what it is. I'm still going to be adjusting some of the server settings, so in case, there are any concerns about how quickly I'm doing things or how this is going, I mean, legitimately, it will all be adjusted as we move along here. So I'll probably lower the resource gathering speed just so, we just put it at a higher multiplier starting out just to see how it would do. Like I said, it's been a while since I messed with server settings, so give me a break as far as that's concerned, and I would appreciate it. How are you doing? Level 95. See, I'm not going to try that one, though. Maybe I could take it on, but I'm just not going to worry about it. That could be a problem for another episode. Because we will go on killing sprees for high-level dinos. Like, there's a ton of stuff to do in this game. More so than crafting. So if you think this is all there is, like, no, I'll scroll through. Like, there's so much. So much. Like, even if you build a place, like I got the stone stuff learned, there's metal, there's so much. There's tech. Like there's different, just like there's tiers for loot drops, there's tiers for like everything. Like there's simple weapons, advanced weapons, there's like there's electricity, there's like oil pumps, like all this stuff. Hazard suit, like there's so much to this. Like even on surface level, it looks like I've looked at the map because, you know, a friend picked me up on a pterodon and just threw me around a bit. That was fun. But like there's so much to this, and it'll be a ton of fun. It'll be a ton of fun. Okay, let me go ahead, and I just still needed the wood for that, and I was just kind of talking and not really thinking. Also, like I said earlier, if it's that big of a problem for y'all that I have levels starting out, I mean, like I said, recorded for about an hour and a half. Stuff happened. It is what it is. If you'd like me to start out my character, I actually really don't mind. It's all the same to me. I don't think it's too much of a leg up. I will be adjusting the resource gathering though, because I'm noticing while recording now it's a little bit much. But we'll touch on that a bit later. There we are. So in case nobody understands rafts, I mean, these things are wildly convenient, especially when there's piranhas, among other things, in the water that are trying to kill you constantly. What I'll do is I'll park this at my place, and you guys can let me know in the comments below whether or not that you're okay with me keeping my place, but I'll at least drive this over there. To be honest, I thought it'd take me longer to craft. Well, actually, no. Normally, it would take you a lot longer to craft this. But because I was starting at such a high level and I'd already invested in melee, I managed to kill a level 15 faster than you normally would be able to. So don't think that's necessarily normal. Actually, it might have been a good thing for me to reset my character just so that would have been more towards the regular margin. But, you know, cleared my inventory, dropped my tools. That was enough, but like it's been a long time since I played, and it's really pretty. Granted, I do have it all in epic settings, but it's really pretty. Also, if having my FPS on all that up at the top left is bothering some people, then let me know, and I'll change that as well. I just like to have it up there just so I can keep an eye on things, but and know when things are about to crash. But I know that obviously may bother some people, so like everything else, just let me know. I'm more than happy to accommodate or at least hear people out. That's it over here, right? Yeah, I died a few times. So if you see some dead bodies around, that is why. Lots of death. Lots of death. So don't think that anything that I've gotten has come without sacrifice. Because Ark is a game where you're going to die a lot. Look at that. Like 3 death points. I think I died like 7-8 times because piranhas. And I'm sure you'll see them around. Maybe I'll change the name to something else eventually, but this will be what we'll use to get around. I mean, I'll figure out what to do as like a form of compensation, or not compensation, but just to explain all this. So this is what I'd had before. I'll dump it all if you guys aren't okay with me keeping it. I mean, like I said, I can make this progress again, although the Quetzal would kind of suck. I basically spent about, I don't even know how many, I spent about an hour and a half recording, and then even longer grinding to get all the stuff done for a stone house. And I was trying to do that in between episodes before, but you know. I have nothing else in here besides just a stone house and a few storage boxes just with, you know, resources. But if that's a problem, I'll break it all down and we'll move forward. But if possible, I would like to at least keep it. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but I mean the Quetzal I do understand might be because that's kind of a later game tame. Basically how I got it is I made some parachutes, dove around, and got my friend to carry me on his pterodon, and I basically shot down trank arrows. Because that's how you. I mean normally there's a few simple ways to tame dinos. You bash them in the head with a club, and you have a high enough melee, and the topor goes up because just so you explain that to everybody real fast. I have a higher fortitude, but if you have a higher torpidity, then it's harder to knock you out. And with dinos, if you increase something's topor, it's gonna knock it out. And if you feed it narcotics and or narco berries, it'll keep it down longer. And your point is for most dinos, because there are passive tames, is to knock them out to tame them. Quetzals are. The reason I'm saying this is because Quetzals are typically later times, and they're really hard to, because if you're trying to do it solo, it's a pain, dude. That's late game. Like, that's like trying to shoot a grappling hook up into your bird so you can go down and shoot it with trank stuff. And yes, I've done that before. But in this case, he carried me around, and I'll have him vouch for me whenever he gets on in case, there's some problems. But in general, I got this dude. He's only level 48. Because that was with taming efficiency. I think he was only like level 16 or something. That's why we were able to get him. If he were a higher level, heck no, it would not have been possible. But let me know if that's an issue for y'all. I'd like to keep him. I mean, it'll certainly be a while before I can even get his saddle, so it's not like I'll be doing much with him right now anyways. Like, he'll be sitting there for a few episodes, especially once I lower down the resource. Like, grabbing, see, that's another one of my friends, Pixel. You basically put that there. As a actually I'll explain that when he gets on, but at least for the moment, let me know if that's all right with y'all. If it's not, fix it. That's more the gist of what I was trying to get along the lines there. Because I can reset myself, though I can't reset the server anymore. I already kind of did that once, and not too many people happy about that. So let me know your thoughts. But since we already got that done, and that was relatively quick, let's make another goal for this. So what do I want to have done? At least for this moment, we'll use that as my temporary base, at least until I hear something back. But I feel like our first goal needs to be to getting a smithy. But I can already probably craft one of those, can't I? No, I need metal. Alright, that's a good goal. We'll end it off after I have a smithy. Make a refining forge. What else do I need? Oh, I need more stone. Interesting. Also, kind of ironically, axes are better for in case you're wondering why I'm using an axe on a rock. Axes are better at getting stone than flint. If you use a pickaxe, you're going to be better at getting flint than stone, just so you can see the difference, or the ratio for how you collect resources. Just like you see for trees. If I'm collecting stuff from trees with a pick, I'm going to collect more thatch than wood. And if I'm using an axe, then I'll collect more wood than thatch. Like, it's a vast difference. It's actually the same with animals. That's why you saw me switch to an axe when I was getting hide, because I'll get more hide with an axe than I will a pick. And I'll get more meat with a pick than I will an axe. So it's really cool how this game works, and it typically is a lot harder, and I am going to die a lot. This is just a more passive area, so for anybody who's like, this is not anything at all, I have it set on the max difficulty. Trust me, when we get moving into some other areas, I'll lose dinos, I'll die, it'll happen. Like this Quetz, even if I keep it, it'll probably end up dying. What the heck is going on over here? I really want to mess with that, though at the same time I know I shouldn't. Can I? I really shouldn't mess with that. He's level 1-4. I will get wrecked. I will get absolutely wrecked. Huh. You know what? This is a good thing. I'm happy I surrounded this space with spike walls. In case you guys wonder how I got these, I basically got them from raptor claws dropping something near my house. So if it's like, once again, if it's too much, let me know. honestly, either way, we're going to end up powering through everything just because with Raptor Claws around, I mean, we're not going to ignore them, man, because there's a lot of cool stuff you can get from Christmas. Christmas items you can get. You can get chibis, which are basically little dinos that follow you around. They're really cute. And then you've got a bunch of loot like cryopods and other things. Like, I think I had one around. I might open one of my just so, I mean, I did have some loot before I reset. Like I said, I was playing for a while. Which one? I don't even know which one had it. I'll worry about it later. Basically, if you use a cryopod, then you can store dinos. Think of it like a Pokeball, okay? If you're basically putting them in there, and then if you use a cryo fridge, then it's like using a PC. So there's an empty cryopod. Not too difficult to make later on. And then way later on in levels, I think it's like 80, something close to it, right? Wow, later on than that, 88. Yeah, well, I was right, it was 80 something. Also, not too crazy to make. I mean, getting electronics will need, well, getting the polymer and everything later. Like this is a late game item, late game. Like industrial stuff, all of that, that's gonna be later. Like I'm looking at all this, like this is gonna be episodes down the line, not episodes. So this is gonna be a while away. But just kind of like used to storing dinos. So in case you're worried about like these, a Quetz is a bigger dino. For those thinking about it, I don't even know. But I mean, he's about the size of my house. But if I use a cryopod, he'll be in it instantly. It's quite convenient. So, here, give me just a second. So what I'll do for next episode is I did actually have a cryopod sitting around from Raptor Claws. This is what they do. It'll basically, you know, think. That's my Quetzal. And it picks up their inventory as well, but I mean, I'll take it, but it's not much. Just some food. What I'll do with this man is I'll leave him in my inventory, and you guys tell me what you think, whether or not you're okay with me keeping him. If not, I'll toss the cryopod. That will effectively get rid of the dino. I mean, look how much time there is. I don't think it's a problem. I mean, if I don't hear anything within the first, you know, few episodes, then I will not worry about it, and we'll just move forward. Like I said, it's level 48. They can only go up, dinos can really only go up realistically within 50, 60, I think it's 50, 60 levels, something like that, by leveling them up. So there really isn't too much I could do. Oh my goodness. My wall stands tall. You are weak. How much? I mean, he didn't even really do that much. Okay, he got one down to 1900. I'm just gonna do this, guys. Just, you know. That's why defenses are important. For those that do not know. I mean, there's way crazier stuff than that, though. Like, those are literally the most primitive of walls, and the only reason he died is because he kept going at him nonstop. Even though he is a dino, which has better health, but could be wrong. Yeah, wooden walls. And you make it a level 13. So, very, very basic item, but, I mean, used against the right thing, be quite effective. Yeah, larger creatures take more damage. I mean, there's others as well. Yeah, metal spike walls. That's later, level 29. But, I mean, that's way more dangerous. And, of course, there's even crazier stuff, so there's turrets. Isn't that great? Probably will not be making those anytime soon, if I make them. Actually, I did catapult turret. That'll be an interesting one to do. I've done most of these before, but not some of them, so it'll be fun little things to try out. Tech stuff, may not get to till later, but actually, no, tech stuff is going to be the last thing we get to, because that's literally endgame gear. And we'll see. But there's a ton of stuff we can do on this series. I'm going to go ahead and end it off here, just because, you know, did the intro. Didn't build much of a house this time, though, you know, that's because I'd already kind of built one. If you guys have a problem with me, with my base or me keeping my dino or anything like that, I will completely reset everything if it's that big of a deal. I don't think it is, because dude, like I said, I could literally lose it all in like one episode. That's all it takes, and I'll have my friends trolling me. So up to y'all. Please let me know below. Ark Survival Series, yay! It'll be a lot of fun. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed episode 1. And if you enjoyed the content, please tune in next time.